Welcome back, guys. So in this video we are going to solve our next machine. With the name of the machine is Shocker, and it is a easy Linux machine. It is an easy machine, and this was the first machine in the list in which we have to do privilege escalation method to escalate to the root user. So I hope you enjoy it, and first I will go through the quick process how I was able to gain the root, and then at the end of the video we will be discussing what was there in this machine to learn. So let's begin. So as it is a retired machine on Hackthebox, we have to go to the retired machine section and search for Shocker, and after that click on Shocker. You can just simply click on span machine button and you will be getting the IP. So after getting the IP, I quickly got to the terminal, and for keeping housekeeping purpose, means to keep everything organized, I made a folder for the Shocker. So mkdir make directory Shocker, and after that got into the Shocker directory using cd command, and here I have used nmap command, uh, -sv for version enumeration, -sc for default script, and then the IP, and then -pn for skipping host discovery, then T4 for the speed, on for normal output, and the output name. So once the nmap scan got completed, I got to know that port 80 and port 2222 is open, but it was kind of weird that this was used for SSH, but I thought that let's start from port 80. So I quickly opened browser and tried to access the IP, and there was this simple website with don't bug me image. I quickly checked the network tab for if there is any hidden request going in the background, and there was only one, means there was no such interesting thing here, but I checked the root request and tried to saw if there is any interesting headers or response that can help me to get any further access. I also checked the storage, if there is any hidden cookie or any value that is been stored in my browser. So there was nothing, and then I also checked the inspector element tab. There was nothing, and also in the console if there is anything going in the background. So after that I quickly checked the source code and saw that there was nothing. So this was hinting that might be the technology, but there was also none in this. So I quickly thought that let's search for Apache HTTP 2.4.18 exploit, but I was not successfully able to find any. So I started with the directory enumeration process. So for that I used search with some extension and 100 thread and maximum depth 2. So I was able to identify two directory through this process. One was CGI bin and one was server status. Now CGI bin was an interesting one, so I quickly searched on internet, what is this, what type of file is been stored in this directory. So I copied it and quickly searched on Google. So I got to know that this CGI-bin directory stores all the script files on the server. So I quickly started directory enumeration again, but this time with different extension, which were all script related extensions like PL and SH. And I was able to identify a file which was user.sh file, and after that I quickly tried to access this file in the browser. So when trying to access this file, the file was getting downloaded, and it contains the uptime commands output inside it. So if you type uptime inside a Linux terminal, you will be able to see the time since the machine is on. So after that I thought that what kind of request is being sent inside the browser when this file is being accessed. So the content type was text slash x hyphen sh, which was something new to me. So I quickly copied it and tried to search on the internet what kind of content type this is. So I found a blog in which there was mention about a vulnerability which was known as Shellshock, and it contained a little bit info about how we can exploit it. So I quickly copied the exploit and tried in my terminal if I can do the same thing, but with the machine's IP and the user.sh file. So quickly opened a new tab and edited the URL. So it was a curl command with the header containing the payload actually. So I was successfully able to get the content of etc password file. So I thought let's try to get a reverse connection. So I quickly got to the revshell.com site to get the reverse connection shell command. So I started with the first one, which was using bash I. So I copied it and instead of the cat etc, I just pasted the command in there. And before that I started the netcat listener on in other tab of my terminal. So after running this command, I got the reverse connection on my netcat listener. And first thing that I checked was who am I, so to get to know which user I am. And after that I upgraded my shell using pty python, and for that python 3 hyphen c import pty.span and bin bash. So after this I quickly checked that how many users are available in this machine. So there was only one, which was Shelly, and I quickly moved to Shelly to get the user flag inside home of the user Shelly, and I was able to get the user.txt file in it which contained a user flag. So now comes the privilege escalation part. So I quickly checked sudo misconfiguration using sudo -l, and I got to know that we can run perl file as a root user and it doesn't require any password. So I quickly got to gtfo bin.github.io, which contained a lot of binary files, how we can use those to escalate our privileges through sudo misconfiguration. So I searched for perl on this site, and I was able to get the command which we can use to upgrade our user to upgrade our shell to the root user. So I ran sudo, then the command that I got. So after running that command, I was successfully able to escalate the privileges to the root user, and I quickly checked the root flag and I was able to access it. So the machine was pwned and I owned the root. So now let's discuss things to learn from this box. So the first thing is when and how to do recursive directory enumeration. So what do I mean by here is that if you get a 403 error on a directory, try to see what kind of file are being stored in that directory, and after that again do recursive directory enumeration with the particular types of extension that are being stored in the directory. And the second thing was the privilege escalation method that we had to use, which was a sudo misconfiguration, in which we used the sudo -l command, and we found that we are able to run a perl file which is owned by root user, and we can run it using sudo and it doesn't require the password. So we got to the gtfo bin and got to know the command using which we are able to escalate our shell to a higher privilege user, which was root. So yeah, that was it. And yeah, we also got to know about gtfo bins. It is a list which contains all the commands that you can use to escalate to a higher privilege or a better user shell. that was it. So hope you liked the video, and if you learned something new, then do comment out. And if I get again good response on this video, so I will make some more similar. And yeah, see ya. Thank you. Bye bye.